I'll never forget the first day as I came across the hill, and looked at this beautiful property. It was so green. That's what makes this place special, I think, is the raw nature that there still is in this area. It's an incredible thing.
How is Mount Airy Casino Resort different from other casinos that you've worked in?
It is a beautiful place. There's the beautiful championship golf course. There's the lake. It's very idyllic. Just looking at it from afar, you see this, it looks like one of these European castles that are set in Switzerland or something like that. So it has that feel to it. It's stunning on the inside. It's a beautiful place. And it's just our job to sort of enhance it and help develop it, make sure that it's, it remains in that sort of pristine condition.
How does it make it special being family owned?
There's more passion. There's more involvement, I think, with the family, because it's very real and near to them, So this is a beautiful place, and it's beautiful because people's heart and emotion, has been baked into, what's going on here at the property.
And tell us about where we're sitting right now, because it looks amazing and it looks new.
It is new. This is the convention center. It was built in 2019. We have 20,000 square foot of meeting space and large conventions. We do weddings.
And tell us a little bit about what people enjoy coming here. Are they all going to a casino? Is different? What kind of people is this place for?
Yes, we are a casino, but we're unique as a casino. Some casinos are just designed for that. But we also have other resort amenities here, in keeping with the history of the place. So it's still a romantic getaway for a lot of people. We still have championship golf. We have a beautiful indoor-outdoor swimming pool for relaxation. We have a spa, beautiful suites, and plenty of choices for food and beverage. So I think we sit well on both sides of it. There's a lot to do at Mount Airy.
With all your experience, how do you use that experience worldwide in motivating your people, leading your team?
I think as you progress, what you can do most, first of all, at this point, is to give back, is to help to develop some of the newer managers and supervisors on the team. Mentorship is a key part of hospitality, I think, and success in hospitality. For me, having that similar experience, as a young manager in hospitality was key. I remember one of my first mentors was a gentleman from Belgium, Jean-Claude Matteau, and the things that we learned from that man, I will remember all my life. There have been several really good mentors along the way, and that's, I think, key for anybody who's coming into, the hospitality field.
Along the way means also all around the world, right? Because you lived in many. Tell us a little bit
true.
about that, because that's very unique in you that we don't find with everybody.
I was born in London, and at a very young age, we moved back to my father's country. So I grew up in East Africa. We went back and forth to England every year. Following that, I spent some time in Germany, then in Wales. And during that time, I got to go to visit Russia when it was still red in those days. It was, it was a difficult thing to do. And then came to college in the States and saw some of the beauty of this country. That's something that, gave me perspective, because you get perspective the more places you live in the world. You start to understand. And this is a beautiful country. So I've had a chance to see all the different things that that there are in America to offer, from the cities to the beautiful countrysides, and this place. So the Poconos is a beautiful place. It really is. It's up there in one of the top 3 places, I think, that I've ever lived.
You also lived in so many other places, and I would like to know, from all the places you've lived around the world, which are your favorite ones and why?
I lived in Dubai for a little while, and what an amazing place that is. The hotels and the architecture, everything is just an amazing thing. So from a wow perspective, I think Dubai takes the cake there. My favorite city is probably London. I think it's a great melting pot of people, of cultures, of architecture that dates 1,000 years old to today. I live here locally in Strasbourg. I think that this area is just one of those idyllic resort, outdoors sort of, destinations. And and it's a beautiful place to live in. So I'd give that as a solid thumbs up as my third choices of places to live.
We're in the right place, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so, what did you learn professionally and personally from living in different places and all your experience in hospitality?
So I think professionally, the more times you work with different groups of people, the more you actually learn. I think that's just a natural occurrence because you learn different ways of doing things, and you get new ideas from people as you go on through life. And I think that's very important.
And personally, because you've lived in places like Sudan, that's so different from London or Dubai. As a human being, what have you learned from this contrast?
So I think that if you're fortunate enough to have lived in different countries and different socioeconomic backgrounds for those countries as well, you get perspective, and it gives you the idea of I'm very thankful for where I live these days, right? Because I have lived in some places where just the very basic needs of life aren't met, and there's no security net around it. So I think perspective is what you get, and as you meet people, and everyone has their struggles in life and is looking to do well for their families and to improve their sense of being. So I think that's the key thing, perspective.
Perspective.
Yeah, keeps you humble.
And talking about families, tell us about your family. Did they travel with you? And if so, how did they adjust with all this moving around?
My family's always traveled with me, and we approach everything as a new adventure. It's when the world gives you lemons, make lemonade, right? So I think if you have that mentality, I think it makes it a lot easier.
What is the most important thing you've learned in all your years that you can pass and you can share with our viewers here?
I love what I do. And I think that also, being able to, help develop people in hospitality and in tourism, I think is important. I think people don't understand that it's not a job; it's a career path. And I'm testament to that. I started as a front desk clerk and rose to be a vice president, and it's not through anything other than showing up, learning, applying, new skills, and waiting for the opportunities, because there are a lot of opportunities in our business, in hospitality. And I think people don't know that.
So how would you inspire people, tell them, those that would like to try a career in hospitality?
First of all, it has to come natural to you. You have to be a people person. You have to enjoy dealing with the public. If you are that person, you're 80% of the way. Find a location to work where it fits what you like, and then apply yourself. I tell people, if you just 80% of the work is just show up to work, have a good attitude, and you'll be recognized very quickly for your abilities.
Show up on time, right?
Show up on time, always. Yes.
Yeah. How do you bring all your life experience, your success, your work around the world to these people, to inspire these people that would like to be like you or would like to try something different and they don't feel they know how to? We
are all the same, okay? It doesn't matter where you've lived, what you gain some experience along the way, but we are all the same. And to connect with people and just let them know, I've been where you've been. I've seen the problems that you're going forward. This is how we can get through it. This is the direction that we need to follow, and you'll be fine. You're doing exactly what's needed, and you're learning as you go on. And I think people can relate to that. It's like, oh, here's somebody who's done what I've done. And in talking to them, they can encourage you and they can, lift you, so to speak. So I think that works really well with, especially with people who are struggling to decide which direction should I follow, what is my career path, And then I think the idea of, travel, if you want to travel in this business, there's hotels, there's casinos, there's big food and beverage operations everywhere in the country, everywhere in the world. You're only restrained by where do you feel comfortable moving to, and I think that's the joy of our business. There's always opportunities everywhere in the world that you can go and take advantage of if you just if you decide that's what you want to do.